49ers offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass. Ball's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll be second down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Stafford now on second down. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That's complete. It's Jackson Smith in Jigba. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
This is 3rd and 6. Kittle is the man in motion. Throw on third down, Stafford to the left side. Caught by Chase. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minutes of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That's caught downfield by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard
line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. It's a short throw, caught by Njoku.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And barring something dramatic here happening, that field goal should take us into the break all tied up. So this one obviously could go either way. I'm really excited to see, Mike, which team comes out of the halftime break, make some adjustments on both sides of the ball to try to give themselves the edge.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the half.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. This throw left side taken in by the rookie wide receiver. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense trotting back out with their first involvement of this second half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Stafford now. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Eagles offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's going to be taken down to the 37. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
On play action now. Herbert. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. 1st catch, 1st touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll have enough to move the chain. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Herbert. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And to move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
To his tight end, Njoku. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles move out to a 24-10 lead. So score. Here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes Worthy to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. From up and down, just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for. One-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here's Stafford now on second down. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Niners first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 1. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll run the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
That's another 49er.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Working out of the gun, Stafford. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second down and a yard. Here's Chase. He gets it on the jet sweep. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. I mean, whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Kittle is the man in motion. Stafford now on first down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. He'll find Chase. That's complete. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air again. Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Stafford now on third down. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, San Francisco. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Kittle is the man in motion. Stafford to throw again. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They face second down and 7. The RPO. That one is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Here's Herbert. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, 49ers.
Minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. He'll run, and he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
Brought down by Carlton Davis. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. They'll drop to throw. They'll look underneath here for Irving. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
3rd and 2. Stafford. A gain there of 20. 1st down, 49ers. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That is hauled in at the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. This is 1st and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now 2nd and inches. No play fake. Herbert. The throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Timeout 49ers. That is their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This a potential game winner. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Stafford. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
They still have that timeout in their back pocket, so they can still throw the ball anywhere on the field. They've got to generate a chunk play, call timeout, and either try a long field goal or just chuck it deep into the end zone.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Big-time throw there sets them up really nicely. They find themselves well in field goal range for a potential game-winning field goal try. Under a minute, all they got to do is just keep working the clock, get as close as they can, send that kicker out there and see if he can make that kick.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. This one went all the way down to the wire. Late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, it may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson. and our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night.